Hi everyone, hello. Hope you had a wonderful Tuesday, and I'm coming to you a little bit late into the evening. Hope that you're having a fantastic evening, maybe reflecting a little bit on your day and getting ready for another incredible day tomorrow. If you're like me, you like to plan your day out ahead of time, and it helps you to assess and evaluate what happened and how you can improve on things and find those successes that you can celebrate. And just wanted to share a word with you that should offer some encouragement, maybe another way to think about your journey. So today I want to talk about live in the moment, and my hope is that you are taking time to live in the moment. And I know that I had to make a decision several years ago to really live in the moment. And this was back when I was newly divorced, 3 young children who were very, very busy. I had them engaged in just about everything you can think about. They were in soccer and tennis and aerospace academy and everything. I can't even really recall all that I had them in, because I wanted them to really develop fully in all aspects of their lives. And as a result, they were living life, loving it, but I was extremely tired. I was running constantly, but it was so worth it. And I was living in that moment. Hey, bro, nice to see you on. Thanks for stopping by, Gregory and Keisha. And I appreciate all of you who take time off to stop by and spend a few moments with me. So grateful for you. And so, thinking about all that I was doing with my children, trying to give them the most fulfilled life possible, doing this alone. And I thought to myself, I need to do something for me. And what I need to do for me is to go back to school. I wanted to go back to graduate school. I felt like there was this calling on my life that I needed to advance academically to the highest degree possible. And then I thought, well, how in the world am I going to do that when my days are so full and I'm working full time, caring for these 3 young children? My youngest child was not even 2 years old yet. And everything that was going on, I thought, really? Adding graduate school to the mix of everything, that might be a little bit crazy. But then I thought, you know what, Michelle, the days are going to go by anyhow, right? The days are going to go by anyhow, whether I'm engaged in something that helps me to advance myself or not. And I thought, why not live in the moment? So got this bright idea to get enrolled in school. I applied, I got accepted, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to be overwhelmed. I'm not going to look at all that's required of me and all that I have to do in 4 years of studying. No, I'm just going to look at today. What can I do today that allows me to build on it tomorrow and move forward and eventually can see some results, move me closer to where I want to be? And I thought, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I can make a commitment to start today. I'll get my books, I'll start studying. Before you know it, there's the first exam, then there's the midterm break, and 3.5 months later, the semester is finished. And I thought about it, I thought, this is really just a 3.5 month commitment to get through the first semester. So what I had to do to live in the moment was make a decision, then act on that decision and do what I needed to do to not be overwhelmed, to really manage in bite-sized pieces what was required of me. So I stayed in action. I stayed encouraged, and I stayed moving forward. And so one semester was down, under my belt. Boy, was I feeling terrific. I felt successful. I can do this. Yay, we can move forward. And then 1 year was done. Another year was finished. The second and third year, we're moving forward here in spite of having a full life of activities with my children and working full time and being active at church and in the community and everything else that was going on. I know many of you can relate because you have very busy lives as well. We all have very busy lives, and it might look a little bit differently for each of us, but I know that we are living some very hectic lives. And what I want to encourage you to do is to live not just busy, hectic lives, but live fulfilled lives. And whatever that means for you, find a way to do it. Do it now. All we have is today. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I've lost some very dear people to me. Some of them, we didn't expect that they were going to pass on, but that's how it goes sometimes. So utilize today, live today fully to the best of your ability. And I promise you, when things are difficult, you'll find a way to push through because you're living a fulfilled life and you're answering the call in your life. And so I was finished. Before I knew it, I was finished. And I thought, you know what? I better apply to the PhD program right away, because if I don't, I'll probably never return to school and do any of this stuff again. So while I was in momentum, I thought, yeah, let's just move forward. I applied to the PhD program. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy, but it was so worth it. And living in this instant gratification society that we live in, that tells us very falsely that everything we do, we should get it right now, have results right away, just not invest a lot of time and energy before we see outcomes and results. That's not necessarily always sound. It's not necessarily what we need to have in our lives for everything. We need to build solid foundations in our relationships, in our families. You hear me talk about these themes all the time because that's what I believe. In our business, in our career, whatever we're doing, sometimes it takes the commitment, the persistence, the dedication, the time, building a strong foundation. And so when we embark upon a journey that requires delayed rewards, we need to understand what will be required of us and find some ways to get some supports around us. So the commitment and the time and the work that's needed, you gotta move forward and do that. When I got into the PhD program, no one wanted to work with me. At that level, you need to have an academic advisor. And I really had nobody who wanted to work with me. Why? Because I was not the ideal student. The university I attended did not cater to your non-traditional student who was working and had a family. But that wasn't important to me. I needed to find a way to make this work for me. I had some goals and dreams that I needed to accomplish. One for myself and two for my children. And I thought, no matter how difficult this was, I'm going to step out in faith. I'm going to do what's needed. And I'll tell you this, when you step out in faith, who needs to be there for you will be there. They'll show up and you will find everything you need, but you've got to step out in faith first. And so I finally got an academic advisor who understood me, and just an incredible relationship was built. And before you know it, I pushed through. I got everything, all the requirements for the program completed. I graduated from the PhD program a year ahead of schedule. Go figure that one out. I still can't, but all glory to God, because He did it for me on my behalf. I graduated with honors a year ahead of schedule, and I really did it so that my children could see that no matter what happens in life, regardless of the challenges and the hurdles and the disappointments and everything that comes your way that you didn't expect, that you can still push through and succeed. And so this was really a lesson for them, a life lesson that I wanted to show them. So I don't share my story with you to brag. I share it with you to encourage you and let you know that my lived experience, I'm a living testimony that you've got to live in the moment. You've got to make some decisions for delayed rewards, put in the hard work, build a strong foundation, and keep moving forward. Life happens when you're in action mode, when you are engaged in all that life puts in front of you. You become more fully who you are. You embrace things you never realized about yourself. The level of resiliency, the level of strength that you develop, you never even thought was possible. So I encourage you to step out in faith, challenge yourself, and do some things you never thought you could do. And so I want to talk to my entrepreneurial friends for a moment. So as I now embark on this new phase of the journey in my life as an entrepreneur, the same principles that applied to me when I was going through my doctorate program applies here. Same principles of commitment and determination and stepping out in faith and pushing through and really being an example to your family, to your children, and to others around you. People are watching all the time and they're saying to themselves, you know what, if you can do it, I can do it too. Maybe I can just do it too, but you've got to show up and you've got to do it so that they know, yes, this is for real and this is possible. So my dear entrepreneurial friends, you've gotten some goals written down. You have some commitments. You want some changes in your life. You are trying to replace your income on your job if you're still working and maybe do this full time. So what if it doesn't happen in 30 days or 60 days? What if it takes a year to accomplish those goals, or maybe 2 years? Would it be worth it? It might just be worth it, but you have to make that determination. And once you make that decision, then you've got to put the work in and move forward. All that's needed from you is that complete 2 feet in, all in attitude, jump in, and everything else you need will show up. It will be provided for you. When you have no support around you, when your drive and your quest for success is not understood by anyone around you, you still keep going on because it will eventually happen. It becomes contagious after a while. And even if they don't come along the journey, they see your excitement, they see your commitment and persistence, and eventually your success will be there, I promise you. If you keep doing the things that get you closer to your goal, each and every day the success will come. So start today. Live in the moment today, right now. Find an activity that you can do effortlessly. You can roll out of bed and do it. You can basically do it in your sleep. That's your gift. Share your gift with the world. You don't have to sell your gift, right? A gift is something you share freely, you give to others. So think about your entrepreneurial life and the things that you are blessed with as a gift. And maybe that's understanding people's needs. Maybe it's talking with people. Maybe it's being empathetic or friendly, or helping them to see a different perspective. Asking the right questions and stimulating some thoughts. Whatever that is, and you're good at it, start there. Because if you start with what you're good at, then there'll be very little resistance to you moving into action and starting today. But you've got to do something today and build on it. Expand your skill set, expand your knowledge and your mindset, and keep moving forward. One thing I want to leave you with as I wrap this up is that when you are living in the moment, you're going to be very mindful of what's happening around you, what's happening to you and to others. When you understand what's happening for others, then you can better relate to them and better respond to what their needs are. You can talk to them, understand their problems, and position your gifts as a solution to their problems. And even when you position your products, your services, your opportunities as gifts to people, they will receive it a whole lot better because it's now a solution and it's something that you're offering freely because it's going to be good for them. Okay? So do much less selling and much less giving of your time, of your abilities, of your value to others, and you'll see some incredible things happen in your life as an entrepreneur. Position yourself and what you have as a solution to people's problems, and you'll begin to see your life change as well as theirs. Thank you for stopping by. I hope this has encouraged you to get into action today, live in the moment, and you'll see those results come as a culmination of all the work you've done on a daily basis. Have a fantastic afternoon, evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow. God bless everybody.